Good morning, children. In our last video, we have started with the second chapter, that is biological classification, in which the last topic which we have done was the kingdom Monera. We have studied about the salient features of kingdom Monera. Okay, and we have studied that kingdom Monera includes all prokaryotes such as bacteria, mycoplasma, actinomycetes, and cyanobacteria. Today we will continue with the first group of kingdom Monera, that is bacteria. The term bacteria was proposed by Ehrenberg in 1829. They have widespread distribution, be it air, water, or soil. They can even survive in extreme range of temperatures like up to 78 degrees Celsius and minus 190 degrees Celsius. Important characteristics of bacteria are found in all kinds of habitats. They are prokaryotic microorganisms. Prokaryotic means they do not have well-defined nucleus. They are unicellular. Cell wall contains peptidoglycan. An organized nucleus is absent because the nucleus doesn't have the nuclear membrane. Extrachromosomal self-replicating DNA segments called plasmids occur in most of the bacteria. Extrachromosomal, I said. Extrachromosomal means जो नॉर्मल डीएनए है उसके अलावा और वो सेल्फ रेप्लिकेट कर सकता हो ऐसा डीएनए. सेल्फ रेप्लिकेट मीन्स जो खुद को डुप्लीकेट कर सकता हो, खुद का सेम कॉपी बना सकता हो वैसा. तो ऐसे एक्स्ट्रा क्रोमोसोमल सेल्फ रेप्लिकेटिंग डीएनए सेगमेंट को हम क्या कहते हैं? प्लाज्मिड्स. The seventh characteristic of bacteria is mitochondria, plastids, then Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, and other membrane-bound cell organelles are absent. Okay. Now, if we talk about the size of bacteria, then the size of bacterial cell ranges from 1 to 10 micrometer in length and from 0.7 to 1.5 micrometer in width. Now, shape. The bacteria possess different shapes like coccus, plural is cocci. So, coccus bacteria are oval or spherical cells without flagella. The spheres occur as single cells called monococcus, a pair of cells called diplococcus, in group of 4 cells called tetracoccus, as chain of cells called streptococcus, or in sheets called staphylococcus. A few cocci may also occur in cube-like arrangement of 8 or more cells, which are called sarcina. The second type of bacteria are bacillus. Plural is bacilli. Bacillus bacteria are rod-shaped cells which may occur singly, which is called monobacillus, in pair called diplobacillus, in chains called streptobacillus, or as a layer, that is stack, with many cells called palisade bacillus. The third type of bacteria is spirulum. Plural is spirula. Spirulum bacteria are cells which are twisted like a screw. They occur as free single cells. Example, spirillum, spirochete, etc. And the last is vibrio. Singular is vibrium. Vibrio are cells which are curved, C-shaped or comma-shaped. Example, Vibrio cholera. Children, here are the diagrams of all the 4 types of bacteria. Coccus, which may be oval or spherical in shape. The rod-shaped bacteria called bacillus. Then the screw-like structure, spring-like structure, you can say that spring-like bacteria that are spirula, and lastly the comma-shaped bacteria which are called vibrio. Apart from this, some other shapes of bacteria are also found, such as mycelial, stalked, budding bacteria, etc. A bacterial cell is covered by mucilage. It is a sticky liquid. It is differentiated into cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleoid. In our last video, we have learned about nucleoid. Plasmids, inclusion bodies, flagella, pili, and fimbriae. Membrane-bound organelles are absent. Now, about the nutrition of bacteria. Bacteria show both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. That is, they are mixotrophic. Let us study about autotrophic bacteria. Autotrophic bacteria are of 2 types. That is, they are photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. Photosynthetic bacteria, autotrophic bacteria, have green sunlight trapping pigment which is called bacteriochlorophyll. These are found at the bottom of ponds and lakes. Bacterial photosynthesis does not release oxygen. Now, chemosynthetic bacteria. These bacteria are able to synthesize organic food from inorganic raw materials with the help of energy derived from exergonic chemical reactions. Examples include nitrifying bacteria called nitrosomonas, iron bacteria called ferrobacillus ferrooxidans, sulfur oxidizing bacteria called Begitoa. So that is all about autotrophic bacteria. Now let us talk about heterotrophic bacteria. These bacteria are not capable of synthesizing their own food. Instead, they obtain food from different sources. And they may be of different types, like saprophytes. Saprophytes obtain food by decomposing dead bodies, excreta of animals, dead plants, and their parts. These are also called decomposers, detrivores, or transformers. The second type of heterotrophic bacteria are parasites. These are disease-causing bacteria called as pathogens. Example, Salmonella typhimurium, which causes typhoid in humans. The third type of heterotrophic bacteria is Symbionts. These bacteria live in mutually beneficial associations with other organisms. Example, Rhizobium and Bacillus. Species form nodules in roots of leguminous plants. They obtain nutrition from the plant and in turn help the plant in nitrogen fixation. Bacteria reproduces by asexual and sexual processes. Asexual reproduction occurs by binary fission and endospore formation. Binary fission is a simple cell division in which bacterial cell divides into two parts. A constriction appears at the equator of the cell, deepens further and grows from margin to center, and finally two new cells are produced. Endospores are perennial structures which help in survival even during harsh environmental conditions. Example, in Clostridium and Bacillus, the endosperm has many wall layers containing heat-resistant chemicals such as celiac acid and dipicolinic acid. Now let us talk about sexual reproduction in bacteria. Sexual reproduction in bacteria occurs by a parasexual process, actually called genetic recombination. The three methods involved are number 1, conjugation. The male cell has fertility factor or F factor on its plasmid, which connects itself to cell wall of female cell. The connection is established by the formation of a bridge-like structure called sex pilus. Second type of sexual reproduction is transformation. This process was discovered by Griffith in 1928. It is a process where segments of DNA are transferred from one bacterial cell to another via the liquid medium. And the last one is transduction. During this process, the segments of DNA are transferred from one bacterium to another by the viruses. Bacteria are used in different ways. Bacteria are natural scavengers. They obtain their nutrition by decomposing dead bodies, dead plants, and animal excreta. Such saprophytes improve the fertility of soil by formation of humus, manure, etc. Several species of bacteria that are anaerobes, means they do not require oxygen for the survival, such as Escherichia coli, Streptococci, Clostridium proteus, Pseudomonas, etc. are useful for proper disposal of sewage. They have the ability to break down organic matter into simpler, less harmful substances. Bacteria also play important role in different steps of nitrogen cycle. Examples of some important bacteria in nitrogen cycle are Clostridium, Azotobacter, Rhizobium leguminosarum, Bacillus redicola, Nitrosomonas, Nitrosobacter, Pseudomonas, etc. These bacteria are also used in fermentation process. Some bacteria help in retting of jute and coconut plant fibers. The separated fibers are used in making ropes or gunny bags. Bacteria also find important uses in leather tanning industry. The genera Penicillium and Streptomyces have many species used to produce different antibiotics. Some important antibiotics using various bacteria are neomycin, chloromycetin, streptomycin, gramicidin, bacitracin. Bacteria are harmful also. That means there are harmful effects of bacteria. Like bacteria are responsible for various plant diseases like citrus canker in lemon leaves and fruits, soft rot in carrot plants, blight disease in rice plants, crown gall disease in apple trees and rose plants. In animals like horse, cattle, and sheep, anthrax disease is caused by anthracis, which is a bacteria. In humans, bacteria cause diseases like cholera, gastric ulcer, tuberculosis, that is TB, sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, syphilis, etc. Food poisoning occurs due to the production of toxins by some bacteria like Clostridium botulinum. They cause botulism, which can kill humans by respiratory paralysis. So children, that is all for today. In our next video, we will continue with the same kingdom Monera, in which we will be learning about Archaebacteria, Eubacteria and Mycoplasma. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Thank you.